conversation point. So much debate going on about whether or not the government of India should come out with a policy now for booster doses. For certain people at least, if not everybody, to be able to get a third dose, an additional dose, a booster dose of the COVID vaccine. And the argument that many people are making is also because now we have enough vaccines. A large percentage of people have got their first shot. And the doses are piling up. For example, Covishield maker Serum Institute of India wrote to the government and has urged the government to fast-track the vaccine doses movement. Serum Institute is facing difficulties in production and cold chain space planning because the stocks at their level are piling up. They have 24 crore doses available with them, which are not being picked up by the government, which are just stockpiling. As Serum manufactures more and more and more and picks up speed on its manufacturing. Remember, a lot of the additional capacity was also supposed to hit in the last quarter of this year, which is possibly what is also happening. And they're making a lot more vaccines, and those vaccines are not getting picked up fast enough. So Serum Institute is telling the government to fast-track the movement domestically and globally. Because if that doesn't happen, their entire planning for production and for storage goes for a toss. 24.89 crore doses of Covishield are currently with the vaccine maker. I'm not even talking about the stocks that the states may already have with them. And that is what the government needs to look at. Remember, the government has already allowed Serum Institute to also start exporting a certain amount of doses, 50 lakh doses, to Nepal, Tajikistan, Mozambique, and Bangladesh. But should we start exporting more? Or should we look at the pace of our own vaccination? And should we look at how many people are still unvaccinated in our country? Should we look at the possibility of giving booster dose to those people who got their first dose a while ago? The ICMR says there is no scientific evidence with us that shows that we need to give booster doses to people in our country. That is what the ICMR, the body that's actually leading the strategy for COVID in our country, has said today. A few weeks ago, Covaxin maker Dr. Ella of the Bharat Biotech, in an interview to Times Network, actually said that the ideal time to give booster dose is 6 months after you get your second dose. Now, he was, of course, talking as the maker of the vaccine, as a scientist who knows how the vaccine works, the one that he made. But the government says we don't have enough scientific evidence right now to say we should start looking at it. There is no concern right now as far as the COVID situation in India is concerned. Europe's looking at a big jump in COVID cases. Countries like Austria are going back into lockdown. Russia has gone through its own set of nightmare. So obviously we need to continue to be on our toes and keep up with the fast pace of vaccination, because in India, almost 50 crore people are yet to get their vaccine shots. What should our strategy be? What do we do with all these doses that are just lying there at Serum Institute, not being used? Mr. Sridhar V, senior journalist, joins me this evening. Dr. Vishnu Panigri, Group Head for Medical Strategy and Operations at Fortis. Dr. Jayalal, President of the Indian Medical Association, also with me this evening. Dr. Jayalal, let me start off with you. Much debate about booster dose. ICMR says there is no scientific evidence that says we need it yet. Now, when they say that, do they mean that we haven't done the study, or the study hasn't shown any concerning results about fatal reinfections?
No, normally we'd say when your mind do not know, the eyes will not see. If the ICMR is saying there is no scientific evidence, that only shows that they do not have the mind to see for a additional dose or the booster dose which is required in any kind of epidemiological or pandemic condition. We know for sure people like medical healthcare professionals who are on the front line, who are exposed to the heavy dose of the viral load, definitely need a booster dose to augment their immunization. Similarly, people who are immunocompromised people, and people who are diabetic, who are more prone for the immunocompromised status, or definitely need an additional dose to boost up their immunization. There is enough scientific data, scientific evidence available that this booster and evidence, additional dose are required. The second point, we are not saying that just because there is a vaccine is plenty, we need to give that, because we are only talking on the basis of the requirement, the need of the society. On the scientific evidence, we are requesting this boosted dose or additional dose should be encouraged and motivated. We are equally concerned, another 50 crores of our people are not vaccinated. Now it is the responsibility of every one of us. We have a 24 crore vaccine. When there is a lot of demand, there was a very, very high difficulty in getting the vaccine. Now the demand is low, but the vaccine is plenty. Then the gap between the second dose should be reduced, and the price should be also come down, and the 25% high rate for the private hospital should be also narrowed down, come to the government plateau level. Then definitely within a matter of a few days, we will be able to utilize this vaccine to reach the last man of this country.
You know, you raised a very important point that if we have so many doses with us, and I was also looking at the government data, as per the government, the health ministry's data, as of today, between all of the states and union territories, they also have 21 crore doses available. So there are 21 crore doses available with the states. And then Serum says there is a problem because there is too much at our end that you need to pick up and push out, such that the new ones that we are producing can be put there and stored there. There is a cold storage problem. So effectively, we are looking at an extremely large quantity of vaccine doses available that should be given to people right now. Dr. Panigrahi, should this be at least a big factor enough to say, okay, let's reduce the gap between the two doses? Scientifically, several other nations who are using Covishield or similar vaccines have already done so.
Tanvi, thank you. Good evening. First, I would like to say that let us go by the scientific advice that the ICMR gives. That's our apex medical body. And they also are in close touch with our WHO, which helps us, guides us on a lot of things. But to be fair to the government, when we were brutally hit by the second wave, that time we were short of vaccines. And the government, the manufacturers, they ramped up, and now we have a sufficient stock of vaccines. And so the first thing for government to do was to see that by December, as many people as possible get the 2 doses. And as Dr. Jailal rightly mentioned, still around 50 crores are still yet to get the second dose. So I think so that is the most important thing to go about it. And as we are talking today, there's an advisory committee of the Government of India Task Force on Immunization, and they are also deliberating on do they go ahead and give the booster go ahead, when do they go ahead for children's vaccines. So all these things are there. It's not that the government is sleeping over it, and everyone piled onto the government when the second wave. It was very brutal, accept it. But that time there were shortcomings. We didn't have that much of vaccine. And one thing is very clear: the vaccination protects. It protects you from severe hospitalization and death. That's most important. It doesn't protect you from getting COVID. But the most important thing is this. So I think so. Let's be fair to the government, and we are looking hopefully that by the second week of December, I'm hopeful that some good news will come in. So Tanvi, let's be positive.
So Dr. Panigrahi, I'm not at all right now questioning the government on their policy. In fact, I'm asking the experts on what should the policy be. Now, if the ICMR says that they don't have the data, I suspect it's more about they don't have the data that shows that there are fatal reinfections taking place in our country, which is why people need a booster dose. That being said,
I'm just coming to that, Tanvi. In fact, the consensus amongst most of the senior doctors across whether it's the public sector, private sector, is to see that the healthcare frontline workers get their booster dose, because most of them have crossed the 6 to 9 months period since they got the second dose, in fact. And we don't want them to be affected, because if just what we are seeing, the breakthrough that's happening in Europe, it's a disaster. We don't want that to happen. And obviously the thinking that is there. And there's quietly the senior doctors, I'm talking outside the administration level, have been sort of liaising through various forums with the government to see that the booster dose is given. So I think I don't contest that we do not need a booster dose,
Okay.
but at the background these things are happening.
Yeah, okay. So then comes the strategy part, right? And I'll come back to you, both of you experts, in just a bit. But let me also bring in Mr. Sridhar on this conversation. Because Mr. Sridhar, policies when it comes to COVID or vaccination need to change and keep abreast with what's happening on ground. On ground, what we're seeing is that while, yes, a large percentage of people in metro cities have got both of their vaccines, there is still a significant part of India that hasn't even got its first vaccine. Is it then time to push the pedal further on that vaccination process, or should we look at booster shots and whatnot?
I think the question of the booster is a completely scientific issue, which I'm not an expert to comment on that. I don't think it is fair for me to hazard a guess on what is right and what is wrong on the basis of what is science, what science tells us to do.
Correct.
So I won't really comment on that. But logically, to me, it seems that you must, especially given the fact that you are still way behind your target of finishing the adult population vaccination by the end of the year, your priorities should be to do that, to finish that task first, while targeting the booster dose if it is necessary, again, depending on what science tells us to do and what the epidemiological evidence is, you do that in a targeted fashion. But I'll come to some of the problems with I don't think we should be guided by a vaccine maker's comments on who should be getting it and who shouldn't be getting it. I think it is beyond his competence.
Correct.
He might be, and for all that, Covaxin has been the joker in our pack. That's the reality of it. Pardon me for saying this, but this is the reality, because it produces less than 10%. That exponential increase that was promised has not come along, and so we are heavily dependent on Serum Institute. Now, let me just highlight some of the figures in the vaccination process so far. In October, we did 174 million vaccines administered throughout the month of October. That itself was 29% lower than what we did in September. In the 20 days of November, we have done about 88 million. At this rate, we will cover about 132 million doses by the end of the month, which is 20% lower than what we did in October. So from the peak of September, you are 49% low. So this is the reality. Now, I wish we had many more birthdays to celebrate so that we can have real big spikes, that we saw earlier. But that's not happening. And what is happening is also there is an unevenness in the vaccination process. So even relatively more advanced states like Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra are lagging behind. Unfortunately, this total number of doses that you have cited do not give us the picture of where exactly these vaccines are. That unfortunately the COVID database doesn't provide this disaggregated number, which would enable us to act in a quick-footed manner to address these gaps. And medical science and epidemiologists are telling us that if at all we have a third wave, it will be likely to be in pockets and in locations where vaccination has lagged behind. So we need to have this targeted and at a decentralized approach to get this vaccination coverage going. I think that is where we are lagging behind. So the surplus stocks that you cite with in fact, serums, you say 24 million doses, is it right?
Yes.
24 million doses is actually what Serum has been producing at its capacity for the last 2-3 months, if I'm right.
Yes.
It's not a big pickup from there. And I think that is the plateau, and that's a very good number they have
No,
achieved.
the
It's a
problem
very
is that this is the stock which is lying with them.
Yes,
So the concern, it's not an it's a build-up that has happened because the stocks are not moving fast enough, and there the government needs to, what you're rightly pointing out, Mr. Sridhar, look at the areas, geographies, regions, districts where the pace is slow, where the stocks are low, where they need to genuinely push through and get more people vaccinated and push these stocks there. In fact, you very rightly pointed out this data, and I just wanted to emphasize as I come back to you. November, you rightly said 11.27 crore doses were given. October was slightly higher, 17.29 crore. November, in 22 days, we've only done 11.27 crore. September, we had done 23.6 crore.
Absolutely.
That's what we're capable of doing. And we are now, we've gone down by almost 10 crore doses in a month. And for any government, that needs to be a policy concern, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. I think that is where the real problem is. And as you go further down, as you said earlier on the show, as you go from the metro to the villages and the taluks and the the far more difficult to reach locales in the country, you will find it more and more difficult. So we pick the low hanging fruit, and the rest is more difficult to come. And it is of course a more difficult task, but I don't think we have been prepared for that. I also want to bring this point about the export thing. The export situation is like this. Serum Institute was committed to export vaccines long before the government even decided to vaccinate Indians. So they had a contract, they had a commercial contract for which they were even paid. So this is Serum's problem. That for some time we stalled exports because we were doing when the first and the second wave was still raging, and then we find that Serum Institute can't indefinitely postpone this commitment because it has already received funds. Right. And so this is a problem that Serum genuinely faces, and we are, I think, making a virtue of that necessity.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Fair enough. A very important point that you raised here right now, as far as Serum's export is concerned. Let me come back to what should be, and I'm not saying that this is necessarily what the government needs to do, but to your mind, Dr. Jayalal, what should be the order of priority? Should we open it up to children first? Should we look at, completing 90%, 100%, one dose at least in our country first? Should we look at booster shots? What should the policy be, as now clearly we have enough doses? Let's just say that.
Yeah, on behalf of our Indian Medical Association, what we recommend is first and foremost is getting the vaccination for as much as possible all the adult and till the last man of the adult by various kinds of motivation. Even taking the door-to-door, what is exactly the Tamil Nadu, the Chief Minister is doing door-to-door vaccination on every Sunday, and every week he is able to cover up to 25 lakhs vaccination. So that is the first priority. Second priority is the booster dose for the people who are going to be exposed to the disease, and the doctors and the healthcare professional, and also the immunocompromised people. We will only suggest as a third option for the children, because what we have seen the data is the exposure to the children is comparatively less. So the children comes as a third priority. If the government can do it on the first priority for adult vaccination, now you must also realize there is a lot of vaccine is now pending up in the private hospitals because they paid huge money. 25% of things was the paid money. When they got the vaccine, thinking that the people will get, when it was a free vaccine was available, now there is a lot of stock is there in the private hospital also. There is no takers for by paying the money. Now everything is available free of cost. So the government should also do something on that. Either they should reduce the cost of the vaccine which is available in the private hospital, or they should recirculate into the mainstream. Then we will more and more people will be able to do that. Finally, I just want that if the government is still depending upon the administrative structure only or the protocol, it will be very difficult to reach the rural and tribal area. There is a lot of family doctors, a lot of single man clinics are there. Government should come forward and utilize them as ambassadors of carrying this vaccine. Indian Medical Association has extended our full-hearted support to the government, and wherever area they feel, we are ready to depute our doctors of the contact with those people, and they will definitely support the government in reaching out to these people in the rural areas.
Yes, well, in our country, even as we speak now, 15 crore adults are yet to get even a single shot. And of course, when you look at the double vaccinated population, that's still very less. That's the other argument, Dr. Panigrahi, that's made, that countries that have moved ahead very swiftly with booster dose had achieved 60 to 80% of the population being vaccinated. We aren't that close yet, which is why we shouldn't rush into it and maybe focus more on getting everybody vaccinated, plus of course maybe providing an additional layer of immunity to our COVID warriors.
Tanvi, pardon my words. I think so. We need to reach out to the Indian hinterland, because what we are discussing is more for the metros.
Yes.
And the vaccines are not reaching out to the villages, because I have my agricultural property in Orissa. I know that what's happening there. So there's a lot of people who are still waiting for their first doses, second doses. So I think so, if the push has to be there, because as we say, we are a global village. No one is, we are not safe until our neighbor is safe. So that should be the first priority. And as Dr. Jailal rightly mentioned, unless that 50 crores, most of it will be in the Indian hinterland. That is where we should target. Next is your healthcare workers and immunocompromised. And children, the way things are evolving, the task force thing, the advisory group, I think so by January, something is going to come out. But I accept your point. I think so the Indian hinterland should be the target and focus going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, gentlemen, all three of you, for joining me on this conversation. You know, as we look at this data which has just emerged, of course, the Serum Institute may want to get more permission for exports if the government is not going to pick up the stock. Of course, co-vaccine manufacturers may want to sell the idea of booster shots more because that ensures that they get to keep selling their vaccines. But we also have to keep in mind that they're only supplying very less right now. In all right now, there are about 24 crore doses of Covishield waiting to be picked up and to be taken to different parts of our country. I think it's a red flag for the government to say, wait, what happened to our pace of vaccination? Is it slowing down? Do we need to re-strategize? The percentage of people who are left in far-flung areas in the hinterland, even those people who are not coming back for their second dose, the crores of people who took their first shot in July and August and are now due for their second dose but are not returning. We need to really press the pedal on that and need an outreach program that ensures that every single one of them gets their shot. That's the only way to beat this pandemic, lest we go the way many countries in Europe are going tonight. Thank you for joining us on this conversation.